Today, I'm going to do a little showcase of my new editing setup. So, welcome to the studio. Once again, this is where I'm shooting. But then, if we do a little whoop, over here is where I edit and produce, all the behind the scenes stuff for my videos. So there's actually quite a lot going on here. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna open a couple of windows here so I can actually see what's happening. So this is what I've kind of got going on. It's been working really well for me. I just caught a new couple of things. So I'm just gonna go over some of the gear that's here and the purpose of everything. So obviously the big piece here is my computer, MacBook Pro 13-inch 2019. So obviously this is still an Intel version. It's the base model. It only has 128 gigs of storage, but it's been really good for me so far. The battery's still good. The touch bar is actually really useful in this orientation, because if I'm just sitting here, I can just use it to control media and stuff. So I actually do like it for that. And of course, in this instance, I'm using a separate keyboard mouse, which I'll get to, but the trackpad is still accessible, so I can do all my macOS gestures on here, switch spaces, pull up mission control, all that sort of thing. So I really do like that. Then connected to my laptop, we've got a few things. So everything's running through here. But first, I want to go over the stand that it's on, because it's actually on a laptop stand. So if I pull it off here, you can see it's actually a fully collapsible, height adjustable stand. You can see the ratchets down there, and that's really great. Now I have it at this height because the hinge on my computer doesn't actually go back any further. So that's kind of the highest it can be. And yes, it does bother me that these are not the same height, but that's okay. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of same height, this is the first thing that's connected to my monitor. I've just got a USB-C to DVI cable here. This is an old, I think it's 19-inch monitor. It's a 16 by 10 display, so same as my laptop actually. And it has a 900 pixel base resolution. So it's not that high def, but it is bigger. So I do use this to edit most of my videos. So Final Cut Pro will be on the main screen. Then depending on what I'm doing, I'll either have the browser on the second screen or I'll have the viewer. Because if I'm doing any color correction, obviously I want to get it onto the P3 display of my MacBook Pro. That's definitely something I do. Or if I'm not doing either of those things, I'll have File Explorer or Spotify or YouTube open here if I'm uploading a video. Then the other peripherals, let's start there. So these are my TaoTronics SoundSurge 60s. These are my tank headphones. I've been using these forever. They are amazing. Bluetooth, pretty low latency, good enough for video editing. But if I do need real time, I can always just grab the aux cable, plug that in right here. Then the keyboard and mouse, these are actually a budget thing. So these were about 28 Canadian dollars. They're from Rii, as I like to say. And it's a keyboard mouse combo. So there's only one USB receiver here. They're on 2.4 gigahertz bands. And it's actually really good because, as you can see, these are made for Windows, but they work amazing with macOS. So once you go into settings and change the modifier keys, because command is right next to spacebar, so I changed the alt to be command, and then this is option, function, control. It actually works quite well, and the volume keys up here actually work as well, including the mute switch, which is really good. And this mouse, it's perfect for me. It's a little bit larger. It has back and forward buttons. Those have been working quite well. Then in terms of other accessories, just my hard drive. That's 4 terabytes from Seagate. This is where the back catalog of videos is on, and that's where I edit large projects from. And then of course, it's all plugged into this UGreen USB-C Hub, which is connected to my other USB-C port because I only have 2 on this machine. And then of course, power cable plugged into the wall back here. Then in terms of other accessories, I do have my microphone on a stand here, or on a boom arm rather, and a small Bluetooth speaker if I want to use that. This microphone is actually connected down to my mixing setup on the side table. So, and then that mixing table runs back into this USB hub. Don't know if you can see that. So this powers my Chromecast, has my Time Machine backup connected to it, and of course has the USB mixer as mentioned plugged in, so if I need to record audio, that'll get plugged into the USB-C hub as well. And if I like voiceover, anything like that, or if I'm on a conference call or something. So this is kind of the new setup. If you've seen the previous setup tour, it's not totally changed. Like the gear is still pretty similar. This monitor's the same, hard drive's the same, but I do got some new peripherals, this stuff right here. And it's actually really productive because before I had the laptop kind of down here. So my laptop would be here and then the screen was above that. So I was constantly looking up and down, which was kind of annoying. This way it's all at eye height. So this is kind of the height I sit at. Works quite well for me. And of course, it's all to bring you better videos, hopefully, for this YouTube channel. So that's the tour of my semi-new editing setup. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will leave links to some of the gear I purchased down below, as well as links to relevant videos on the products I mentioned. If you do want to see full videos on any products that don't have them yet, definitely let me know in the comments section. Subscribe for more videos just like this, and you can also follow me on Twitter at CalGNew for video updates and notifications.